January 8th, 2011 is a tragic, unforgettable day in the history of our community, our state, and really our nation. One organization is working to develop a permanent memorial to remember the lives lost in the shooting, honor the survivors, and keep the tradition of the community coming together alive.
And to tell us where we are and the progress of the memorial, survivor Pam Simon along with Crystal Kasnoff join us this morning. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Crystal, I know we've had you on the show before. It's great to have you. And Pam, I really want to talk to you for a minute. You know, it's been several years now, but as a survivor from this horrible event, tell us how you're doing now.
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. The doctors said that I was a miracle because the bullet went through my hand into my chest, missed my heart by 1/4 of an inch, and sailed through almost my entire body and lodged in my upper hip. So it's every day is really a gift, and took a long time to learn that, but I think that's a message that we all have to go forth with, is just every day is a blessing.
Well, aren't you just, you know, such a great aura? I love that you're bringing that to us, and I know you have a great involvement with this memorial.
I do. I got involved right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Many of us recognize that it is not something that just touched everybody in Tucson and many people in the state, but the nation and across the world. It was a historic event. First time that there has been an assassination attempt on the life of a woman member of Congress. And of course, we're so incredibly grateful that Gabby is here and is moving forward. She says that to me all the time. Moving forward. But I got involved because it's my way of giving back to the community that was so incredibly good to me and to my family. So it's just been a real honor to work on this project.
Absolutely. And so there's really many reasons why it is so important that we fulfill this at a memorial.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's great. And Crystal, tell us about your involvement.
So I'm fortunate enough, I ran into Pam actually at a Starbucks, and it's been about a year ago, and she said, you know, we're looking for an executive director now, finally a full-time executive director. So kind of through a long process, we wove our way through that, and I serve in that role now. I'm so excited. I have a personal relationship with many of the folks who were involved in the tragedy. My life has sort of taken a turn in my different jobs through that, so I feel like I'm definitely in the right place.
And I know after the shooting, a lot of kind of temporary memorials kind of popped up around town, whether or not it was in the parking lot or at Congresswoman Gabby Gifford's headquarters. There was a lot of different kind of temporary memorials that a lot of people tried to keep going for a very long time. Are we going to be using some of the things from those temporary memorials and shifting them over to this permanent one?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Over 38,000 items were either left at one of the temporary memorials or brought into our office. I was on staff, remained on staff until the election, and it was just amazing how people wanted to be a part. I came to understand that bringing things to memorials is a way that people connect. We hear it every time we visit with somebody. I hear it almost every day. On that day I was. I was on the way there, I was listening to the radio, I was at the beach in California when I heard the news. And so people need to have some way to connect with their own grief and their own connection to the tragedy. And that's why they create these memorials. And we see it continually, don't we, in different kinds of tragedies. So a very generous person donated warehouse space, and those items were archived, and some things were donated. All the stuffed animals were cleaned and donated to appropriate places. But yes, some of those things will be used.
I think that's incredible. So Crystal, tell us exactly how far are we in the process and what do we still need for this memorial?
Absolutely. So we're going into the second phase, which is the engineering phase. The memorial is going to sit downtown outside of the historic Pima County Courthouse. That was a very important decision because our democracy was attacked on January 8th, and that's the center of our city where our democratic freedoms lie. So we are in a full fundraising mode right now for the memorial. We have an exterior memorial and an internal memorial that will sit inside the historic county courthouse. So we're hoping, we're in a crowdfunding campaign right now. Today's $10 Tuesday. We're asking people if they can to donate at least $10. And we also have a match right now. We have a donor who's given us $25,000 through the end of May. And so your donation today will be matched dollar for dollar. It's really exciting.
I think this is, like you said, something that has touched all of us. We're going to have a place where we can continue that tradition of people coming together, talking, and like you said, remembering and honoring. So ladies, I'm going to give everyone that information one more time on how to support you, but I cannot thank you enough for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Now, if you would like to support Tucson's January 8th Memorial Foundation, donate online at tucsonsmemorial.com. For more questions, also give them a call at 393-8317.
That's right, and that is .org.